good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Hello, my friends, good morning. It's a beautiful day. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Miss Carrie, Miss Robbins, good morning. Hello, hello, good morning. Miss Melanie, good morning. Hello, good morning. Hello, beautiful, beautiful. Hello, hi, beauty. Hi, Jeffy. Thank you. Good morning, Miss Mads. Hi, my friends. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Look at the fishies are so happy today. You can't see them, I know. They're so tiny, but they're dancing in there today. It's like they know. They know about morning magic too, and they come to the front of the tank, so that's back there. Good morning. Thank you. It's me, Robin Hallett, intuitive healer and light sparkler. That's the only title that matters. And welcome to Morning Magic. This is our beautiful time together, friends. Our time to celebrate, our time to remember who we truly are, what we're doing, what this time is really about. So good morning. Oh, that's great. Newport News, baby. Good morning. Green parrots. Listen, that's your spirit animal for the day. Please, can you take a picture? Good. Hello, Nico. Good afternoon, Miss Carol. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello. So good morning. How is the weather in your heart today? How are you doing today, my friend? Always the prayer is that you are wonderfully well, and that doesn't mean happy, happy, joy, joy. But Merry Saturday, I love that. You know, oh good, thank you. It doesn't have to mean that you're like ecstatic, but if you are, that's wonderful. But it could mean that we're choosing how we're rolling. You know, we're choosing how we want to be. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, good morning, good morning, good morning. You didn't sleep too well and you're feeling optimistic. That is fantastic. And stick around. We're going to do some healing today that's going to be super wonderful for our hearts and our sparkles. Good afternoon, Josie. And hi, girls. Hope you're there with your mama. Sending lots of love. Good morning, Nikki. So, how is the weather in your heart today? That's what I asked. I'd love to have a little cheers. Did you bring a cup of yum yum today? I've got just my yummy coffee. We did our first grocery pickup the other day, and first time. So coffee, it's so wonderful. So cheers to you. Cheers to this day. Cheers to all the ways that you are, gosh, sparkling and amazing and so beautiful. And thank you. Thank you. Oh, so good. Hello, Roshni. So, my friends, yeah, lots of us not sleeping well, you know, lots of us not sleeping well. I love that sugar, do 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 do. That one, honey, honey, do 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 do. You drank it all already? Well, there can be more if you have decaf, because you won't be able to hold that paintbrush very well. Cheers again. You know, I have a song in my head too. It's like you're my mirror, oh, shining back at me. I have to make up the words. You know, that song by Justin Timberlake. Yeah, so good. So friends, did you choose a word of the day today? I'd love to hear a word of the day. Some of you are new here today. Thanks for being here, and big thanks to whoever told you about this, even if it's just Instagram. You're dancing downstairs to that song. Good morning, Amanda. A word of the day is one thing you can do to practice holding to an alignment intentionally, because who isn't having a hard time up and down? Who isn't? You know, somebody wrote me an email the other day and said, Robin, I would wonder about you if you were never ever upset. You know? Yeah, I mean, so it's okay if you're not resting well, if you're not sleeping well. This is such an offering of gosh, I am a precious gem. How do I hold and love myself? How do I honor myself? Carrie, I hope you're reading the comments. You know, how do I honor myself? How do I love myself? How do I care for me? So we're learning how to do that even through sleepless nights or tearful days or whatever's happening. We're learning. So your words today. Floaty. Oh, that's great. Floaty. And awareness. You are loving it, and you are loving awareness, my friend. We are loving awareness. Sweet is your word today, as in to be sweet to yourself. Yeah, that's lovely. Fascinating. Oh my gosh. Is that not a great word? Don't you love that? You feel like kind of a, it makes me think of, I have a magnifying glass. Oh, that's fascinating. You know, I love it. Your word of the day is beauty. Yeah. Yes, honey bunny. We are all with you in that, Miss Roshni. All of us, body image issues, right? Can we get an amen? Holler. Yes. You know, how would it be to love ourselves? Some of you met me. I did this interview years ago on the Bright Line Eating, whatever, channel. And I talked about forgiveness for body image. I don't know that it's public, but I think I made it public on my channel under interviews. There's a playlist there, but we talk about it quite a bit because, you know what? This body, thank you, body. This body is what's got us alive today. What the hell are we doing saying fat, pig, or whatever to this body? Thank you, body. Thank you, body. This body is housing that magnificent soul. So let us please be like, yeah, right. Yeah. When I sit down and my belly does its thing, I just say, I love you. You know, even if what came right before that was not that, I still practice. Please practice with me. And thank you for bringing up our first point today. Today is the first day I did not write notes. I'm ready to fly solo, apparently. Let's see how I do. You know, if you've been coming here, you know how I usually receive guidance as I sit and write. And today, it was a beautiful flowy morning. I slept in. I woke up at, like, we didn't really get up till 7:30, and I thought, I'm going to take a nice, luxurious hot shower. And I got in the shower and, you know, and then I did the lotion and said, I love you, body. Thank you, body. Just took my time. And at some point I was like, ooh, I have to sit and, you know, sort of channel the notes for today. And Spirit was like, no, you didn't. You don't need to do that, girl. That's a story. That's an old story. So I'm telling you that. Please convert it for your own life, because who cares about my, you know, I care, but I mean, I care about you applying all these things to you. We can fly free. So, yeah. So, good morning, Meredith. So, my word of the day today is free. Free. I'm 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 free. Yeah. Roshni, how do we thank our bodies when we have families who are obsessed with weight? What if they are being targeted for how they look by their own families? Just a question. Yeah, I know what you mean. Honey, this is the ultimate journey of learning to care more about what you think. You know, care more about what you think, even if you don't right now, even if you care the most about what they're saying to you. It's a journey. Are you willing? That's all you need to be. A sliver of willing. Are you? Tell me. Are you willing to practice loving and caring more about your own opinion? I, too, grew up in a family that was very teasing. Even to this day, sometimes certain family members will put jokes on these kinds of posts. My amazing, light sparkling, heart sparkling. I have family who will say something negative, make fun of me right there on Facebook. That's why I hate Facebook. I'm sorry. I said hate. You know what? Why are we going to care about that? People who don't deserve us don't deserve to have us. You know, they don't get us. They don't support us. They don't love us. You know, bless them on their way. But do they deserve our heart space in that way that, like, it really, really matters? Yeah. And we're here. We're here loving you. And man, do you shine. You know, and that's how I feel too. I care more about what you guys have to say than the family stuff, you know? Why sit at an altar that is too small for you and worship? That's right, my girl. Why sit at an altar that is tiny and worship like it matters? It's not fair. It's not kind. It's not right. And I know all too well what it's like to be alone, the only one, and to feel so alone. And listen, each of us is there. Yeah. Let's hug our hearts. Let's love our hearts. Yeah. Oh, good, Nico. You know, sometimes I wonder, like, why is it so different on Instagram? What is it actually? I don't know, but I love it, you know? I love it. So I love us. Good morning, Penny. So let us go back to, you are a sacred being. You're on a sacred journey. That was really what was coming through today. And that Justin Timberlake song, it's like you're my mirror. Oh, shining back at me. Oh, you got to listen to that song. And I love when it says, you are the love of my life. You are the love of my life. Oh, we can choose. Do you want it to be fabulous? Do you want to be free? Even right now, there you are laying on the couch with your fearful stories. I have them too. I'm raising my hands. I have them too. Any minute now, you know, whatever turn I make, I could have a new story though. Let us be free. Let us be free. Let us be free. So yesterday, I know I tell you all the time, during this love apocalypse, you know, you don't have to be getting your projects done. You don't have to be, it's about learning to unwind, isn't it? It's about learning to do life fresh, fresh and new, fresh and different, to be the woman or man or whatever you want to refer to yourself as, the being, thank you, who is free to do it differently, free to shine, free to glow, free to be free, free, free. So it's not necessary to like do all the stuff the way you used to do it. And there I was last night, Friday night, I cleaned. I didn't clean, I organized. I don't, you know, I often push back against that kind of stuff. But when the mood takes me, that's when I want to do it. My dad always said, don't do anything unless you're really feeling like you want to and you're excited about it. That's the right moment. And he was right in many ways. So I put my headphones on and I put on a playlist on Spotify. I think I started with disco, but after a while it's too annoying. I love like the modern Euro techno music sometimes, just that, you know, how your shoulders, you're always just like, this is why it takes me 3 hours to put away 5 things, because I have to stop and have a dance party, you know, all the time, just doing it by myself, you know, and it's amazing how the energy lifts. Yeah, me too. And I love that you get that. You know, your friends that you meet online, this is going back to Roshni and what we were talking about. Your friends that you meet online become your friends for life, and often your friends in real life. You know, that's a lot of us. That's how it worked for a lot of us. And yeah, it's true. Yep. Yes, my sister. This is how we meet each other, and we fall in love, and we realize that, I'm still dancing here. We realize that, wow, this is my true family. And that's when you really get it, that your soul family is not necessarily about always loving you and cherishing you and not making fun of you like our blood family. I mean, they're here for a very specific purpose. And oftentimes it's to push us out of the nest, push us out. So we figure out like we're the only ones. We felt like the weirdo in our family, you know, we felt like the odd one, and that's on purpose. So the more we can release ourselves from expecting our mothers, fathers, siblings, aunts, uncles, usually the grandmas and the grandpas, it's different. Am I right? I had some really spectacular experiences. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. Yeah. And good morning, good morning, good morning. Then you meet your soul family. That's what I call you guys my family, friends who are family. And you find such a commonality. You find such a common love, such a common light. The books you read, the music you love, the clothes you wear, the way you do yourself, you know? Yeah, Carrie, we've talked about family a lot together, haven't we? We are family. So, yes, so there I was last night dancing, do. And you know who I was texting with? Some of you in the stories, texting on WhatsApp. We're talking, we're sharing, and you let this love explode in your heart. You let this love, I love this. Do not negative talk yourself. Just be in your joy. And I'm cleaning along, I'm putting things away, and I start thinking about my own family. I start feeling a little bit upset because, you know, how it is, as we've been discussing, it's weird how your own family does not get how amazing you are. Some of them do. Some of us are super blessed. You know, I'll flip the table the other way and say it wasn't until I was in my 40s that I actually had a very loving, compassionate thought about my own mother. True. So I don't even think it's fair of me to be upset that maybe my kids don't adore me and call me and want to be with me, you know, 24/7 or whatever the story is. I'm not saying that was my story last night, but, you know, we have to get it. Our family gave us life, and we're here because of them. We can offer our gratitude and our thanks, but beyond that, can't everything be earned beyond that? And can't we be free to, if I don't feel this affiliation with you, if I don't feel this longing to be tight and close, how can I honor and love and respect you and go my own way, and you go your own way, and decide to set the story down, because the story comes all the time. The story comes all the time. I'm not sure, Penny, I get it, but what a turning point. I thought you said, what's the point? What a turning point when you realize the biological family's purpose in your life is not what you thought. Amen. That's it exactly. It's like, they're the friction that helps the seed sprout. And what you blossom into has very little to do with anything other than, they were the friction. So I was looking down while I was working yesterday, working along, listening to my awesome music. Man, ABBA, the Bee Gees, just like, woo, just going. Yeah. And, can you allow your friends to be your family? Can you take that step? Can you decide you're not going to worry if you're a weirdo, if you say, I love you to somebody you have not met in person yet, or let's get together, let's hang out, take the risk. Let people figure out how to get over their own anxiety and nervousness. Don't protect them in that way that you don't advance your own joy, Don't sit here before you even make a move saying, oh, I don't want to make them uncomfortable. I don't want them to think I'm weird. Risk your heart. It's so much fun anyway. It's so much fun what comes back to you, So yeah, I looked down yesterday, listening along, and I look at the quilt that I'm standing on. If you look in my stories, you'll see this picture. I did a before and after last night of the room I was working in. We call it the God room, by the way. And I realize I'm standing on the quilt that my step grandmother made. And all my life, my favorite aunt, I wanted her to give me a quilt. She was a quilter. Never got a quilt from her, and it was always an upsetting thing. It was always upsetting to me. Why didn't I get one, Yeah, you guys are still talking about the Bee Gees. Here we are. Yeah, and I like the Jimmy Fallon. We just rewatched the Jimmy Fallon, Justin Timberlake on YouTube, the Saturday Night Live skits about the Bee Gees. Oh my God, so good. So, favorite aunt, why don't I get the quilt? One day she sends me this massive quilt that my step-grandmother made. So like my biological grandfather's second or third wife. There are a lot of marriages and divorces in our family. I know. And honey, I was so excited to tell you this story this morning. Wasn't that the best? We had the best morning together. I'm in the shower like telling him all these things and like, wow. So I realized like I'm a stepmother and I received a quilt from the step-grandmother who I felt such an affiliation towards, such a love for her. And we actually had a beautiful love connection. By the time I was like 14, 15, 16, some of you don't know, I was in rehab as a very young kid. My parents sent me away. I was a runaway, one of those, cases, whatever. It was popular then, though, to put your kids in rehab. It was a very popular thing. So anyway, but we really connected through that. And it's like I got 100,000 pounds of love in a very short time. And then of course, she passed away, but last night she was there with me. Her name was Betty. She was there with me. And, oh my goodness, it was like right under my feet every day for years and years. This quilt has been there and I didn't see it, Amazing grace, right? Amazing grace. I got the quilt I was from my soul family bonded connection. And what was fascinating was even when my aunt sent me the quilt, the way she presented it was kind of that energy that I've always carried about myself as a step parent, a step person. And I suppose, I don't know how that works. Never mind. We're not going into the future. But my aunt was like, from Roy's wife or whatever, how people do when you're a step and they want to keep putting the distance there. They make these comments. So she was like, and it's not the best, you know, just how people do it. But you know what? Who cares? I have the quilt. I have the quilt. It's amazing too. It's beautiful. So where can you take this quilt story? Where can you uncover this gorgeous lotus for yourself in your life, let it be so colorful and bright and wonderful, instead of the old story that's like, you know, it's all crap and I got the short end of the stick and nobody ever gets me and nobody loves me and nobody ever sends me the quilts. Everybody gets the quilt but me, you know? How can we let this upwell in our own lives and make it a miracle for us? It's so important. It's a good question. So that's the message today. How about we do some healing? Would you like a little healing today? If you don't and you want to keep listening, just do that once. You'll be all set. Energy healing is something I've been doing since I was a small kid. Sometimes I would go to the nursing homes and hold hands with people in the just wander in there and hold hands with people and offer love. I just always knew I wanted to love people, just hold them and love them. So it wasn't until much later that I learned how to actually give healing, you know. But now it's my own sourced. The best kind is your own sourced healing. Yeah, honey, you probably have some too. A long time ago, Jeff wrote some amazing stories and we found a box. It got returned to us through one of those magical things, you know. I think we got it in the mail from your sister maybe. And we had a really fun night reading these stories that he wrote, like, was it in high school, honey, and maybe early college, and seeing his teacher's notes like, you're a writer, wow, you can write, you know. So cool. So energy healing, you just let your whole body be soft and just inhale. There's nothing else you have to do. It knows where to go. It knows what you need. This posse, that's us, the love posse. It's held sacred in a circle by your own ancestors, my own ancestors. So my grandma Betty, she's here with us today. She keeps saying this funny thing, which is when I got married, I was married once before, number one husband, and that's why he's number one. She said, I had this dress made special for you, Robin, and when I die, please take the buttons off, but bury me in this dress, but keep the buttons. Isn't that funny? I have Jeff's mom's ring. I got this ring when she passed, her emerald and diamond ring. I wish I knew the story, but it's so good to be special. And you're the only one who gets to really allow that or keep that from yourself, you know. If you're still listening, Roshni, I don't know, but yeah, we're the only ones that get to do it, to allow it or prevent it. Doesn't matter what anybody says, even if they say the worst of the worst right to your face. We're the only one that lets it in or not. Ah, here comes a gorgeous red cardinal, and I just saw a flicker woodpecker. We just learned what those are called, flicker. There's a picture of one in my stories, or maybe that's a mourning dove, but anyway. Dance, okay, good. I was waiting. You never said your word of the day. So this energy healing that I do, I did go to a school for many years called the Barbara Brennan School of Healing. But like I say, now I do my own thing. You know, it's good to get a little training if you feel you need it. I probably never needed to do that, but it's okay. I learned a lot on the way of what not to do too, you know? I learned how to be a better teacher through the experiences I had that were not so great there. And I still have a lot of friends from there too, which is really awesome. I do love that so much. But this energy goes where it needs to go. It settles into the nooks and crannies of your heart. It carries on in your there's a special pouch you have in your energy field that kind of keeps adding sparkles back in when they get low. And that's what happens. And I never offer healing from my own supply. I'm pulling in. That's why my arms swing wide. I'm pulling in from nature, from our ancestors, from the earth, grounded deep. So may you be blessed today. May you be at peace today. May you know that you are healed. Now it is done. And you're a source of healing. I can see my own aura now in the camera. It's so funny how that works. Like when you get more energy going, your vision opens up a bit more too. May you be a source of healing for others. Please be a source of healing for others today. Please think about how you're serving and what you're adding. Even if you just take some time and share some light. You don't even have to have a conversation. You know, those people who give you a hard time, bless them. Thank them for adding the friction. Amen and aho and ahoy. Oh, thank you, Melanie. That really means a lot. So, my friends, this will be here. This replay goes up on YouTube. I'd love your support in sharing this message on in any way. Take what I teach and help your friends share these videos. Click through to my profile. There's ways you can support my work. You can make a donation. You can buy a course or book a healing session. I'm offering online healings. They are the bomb. You know, I've never needed you in person. I've never needed to touch your body to do healing, just so you know. And yeah, I'm here. So, and I thank you so much. We are abundant. Please never forget that. There's so much poverty consciousness talk going on. Please never forget the true source of your abundance. Okay? Oh, thank you for that. You know, that my work is done. This house is clean. Remember Poltergeist? I love that. So, yeah. Hello, Stuart. Good morning. Good afternoon. Have a blessed day. If I can help, I will. Thank you. Say hi to Owen for me. Thank you. If I can help, message me. I will. I'll be there. Okay. Talk to you later. See you in the morning. See you in the morning. Oh, I love to just stand here and watch these now at the end coming in. It's fun. It's really fun. Yeah. You're beautiful. 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 Now go listen to that Justin Timberlake song, okay? Mirrors. Ciao, ciao for now. Yeah. Bye, everybody.